Hello everyone and welcome. I'm your intuitive host, Erin. The weekend is approaching, so I'll be reading for all 12 signs to reveal the upcoming energies for everybody. Please take a moment to support this channel by liking and subscribing. And now let's begin with our Capricorns. So we see the Six of Cups, the Seven of Wands, and the Ace of Pentacles. So with our Capricorns, I'm seeing that Six of Cups is representing the opportunity to do something nice for someone or to receive something nice from someone. Like a balanced experience where you could be the giver or the receiver and you would enjoy it equally. One of those situations, Capricorn, where you are going to feel all the better for the experience. So maybe this is representing whenever I feel like that with my friends. Now, I am a girl, but I love brunch and I love to break bread with my friends. So maybe this is a meal you're going to share with someone, whether you be the one to take them out or they take you out. And it's going to be just a lovely experience for you. Just being able to enjoy someone else's company and enjoy what is brought to you. It's not always money or something material, maybe just that opportunity to hang out. So this week in Capricorn, I'm feeling like you're going to get the opportunity to just chill with someone who you really enjoy being around. With the Seven of Wands is representing competition or being able to succeed, whether you are met with opposition or whether someone believes in what you want to do. This weekend, Capricorn, you are going to be unstoppable. You're going to be able to accomplish whatever it is you're setting your mind to. And it may be something you've been wanting to do for a while, but you have been hearing negative things about what you want to do. So this weekend is going to be the weekend to do that. You're going to enjoy being able to do exactly what you want. So as long as it doesn't break the law or hurt anybody else, no hurting anybody else. But for our Capricorns, that's going to be something that's very pleasant for you because you are very malleable, very changeable, able to go with it. So this weekend, you are going to be the captain of your own starship, so to speak. Do something that pleases you. And with the Ace of Pentacles represents money and material success. So this weekend, again, I think all of these things are going to feed into each other. It's going to be very, very lucrative for you as well. Something that you've been meaning to do, and now you're going to accomplish it, and it's going to be good for you. It's going to be bringing you some financial stability. So that is what I'm seeing for you Capricorns this weekend. And now we have our Virgos. So with our Virgos, we're starting with the Queen of Wands, the Page of Swords, and the Four of Swords. So this weekend for our Virgos, we are going to have some challenge and being meticulous and very practical the way our Virgos are. That might mean that I think that you will rise to the challenge. So with the Page of Swords represents curiosity and intelligence, a sort of diplomacy. So perhaps this weekend you are going to be playing host. I see playing host and being that person who welcomes someone, makes them feel comfortable, like being a host. Like I'm thinking visitors. So Virgo, if you weren't expecting visitors this weekend, I'm thinking that Page of Swords is speaking to me saying that you probably will be having visitors this weekend, so be prepared for that. The Four of Swords speaks to recovery and vacation. The sense that you know that you need to take a break before you make some big decisions. That goes hand in hand with your Page of Swords. So maybe this visitor, this diplomatic visit. This is going to be something that is going to benefit something you've been thinking about accomplishing, perhaps in the coming weeks. So this weekend, with that unexpected visit, I'm still thinking that's an unexpected visit from someone. And with the Page of Swords, maybe it's going to be a young man. I mean, I would love to see my nephew, and I would really love it if he would pop up on my doorstep. So maybe that's what's going to happen for you. You're going to see someone, a young man, someone that you care very much about, and he is going to help you have some recovery, have some relaxation, some calm before that tumultuous week, that storm. So spending time with that person. And then we have the Queen of Wands. With the Queen of Wands, she is speaking of a sense of accomplishment, speaking with someone who is going to give you good advice, someone who's loyal to you, gives you that sense that all is well, that person who you would definitely listen to. So that might also speak to the young man that I'm thinking that's going to show up this weekend for you. Shake things up a little bit, give you some ideas, maybe get some creative juices flowing, and what a productive weekend you could have with that on your side. So that is what I am seeing for my Virgos. And now we have our Tauruses, our obstinate and practical friends. We start out with strength, a very appropriate card for our Tauruses, and of course our Leos. The Three of Cups and the High Priestess. So with these three cards, Taurus, I'm seeing you being able to kind of temper your usual possible snap judgment, or feeling like you are just feeling not the opposite of how you normally are, but you are feeling you're tapping into that feminine side. Even if we are talking to our female Tauruses, this is where you're letting that feminine side of you guide you, with the strength being the ability to use love and confidence instead of brute strength. The High Priestess speaks to insights and wisdom, listening to and learning to trust your intuition. All very feminine qualities for this weekend. That doesn't mean to say that you are tapping into your femininity. What it does happen to say is that you are going to be more open to listening. You're going to be open to communal things. Taurus, you're going to have a very emotional and very just good vibey weekend. I feel that for you, Taurus. Then we have the Three of Cups, and of course the Three of Cups does speak directly to friendship and that feeling rejuvenated both physically and emotionally when all is said and done. So this weekend for you, Taurus, is going to be very relaxing. You know, your chi is going to be really good this weekend, just to chill. So I'm, like maybe have some friends over, have a movie fest, just really chill and enjoy the company of your friends. Maybe just having a little cocktail party. I'm feeling a cocktail party for you, just getting your friends together, an opportunity to get dressed up, and an opportunity to be generous, which we know is in the Taurus nature. So this, with all that feminine energy, all of the friendship and the bonds and the celebration, I'm thinking that yes, your generous nature is definitely going to be tapped into, and you are going to have a very just joyous, very positive, very happy weekend, Taurus. So that is what I am seeing for our Taurus friends this week. Next, we have Aries. So with Aries, we begin with the Hermit, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Chariot. So our Aries, our enthusiastic friends, very independent. very excitable. So this weekend for you with the Hermit does represent isolation and inner wisdom and contemplation. So this weekend, Aries, you might be a little bit out of your element. I see you taking some definite me time, which means the Hermit is going to represent you being away from the norm. You just traveling your own path this weekend. With the Seven of Pentacles feeding into that, it's a sense of perseverance and reward for that perseverance. Having faith in something that you have been working at for a while. So I know for me, it's hard for me to take time away. It's hard for me to say, I'm going to make this time for myself. And being of that very excitable and just energetic nature, taking time out for yourself might be difficult. So this is going to be the time where you're finally going to take some time this weekend for yourself, Aries. And I'm seeing with the Chariot, which definitely represents travel, it is a mode of transportation in itself. With the Chariot, that is seeing that you will set yourself a more determined course. So everything points to you being able to take a much needed break from the norm, break from everyone else, and do your own thing this weekend, Aries. And I'm also seeing that with the Chariot and that representing travel, perhaps you're going to treat yourself to a spa, where you do go and you contemplate and you do yoga and you get mud baths, all those types of things. I see that for you this coming weekend. Some much needed me time for you, Aries. So yeah, it's not social. This weekend is not social for you. It is you working toward that long-term goal of giving yourself much needed time, giving yourself that self-love. So Aries, good for you. You're going to commune with yourself this weekend. Now we have our Sagittarius, our optimistic and freedom-loving folks. So with Sagittarius, we have the Two of Wands. We have the Ace of Cups, and we have the Ace of Wands. So two high cards in that suit. Lots of action for you this week in Sagittarius. So I feel like with these, the Ace of Wands and the Two of Wands being those action cards, it's going to be a busy weekend, Sagittarius. And with the Ace of Cups being that very high card, and the highest card in the suit of Cups, representing love itself and an opportunity to take on new love relationships, not necessarily lovers, but love relationships. So Sagittarius, you are very warm and fuzzy this weekend, and you're going to be very busy. With the Two of Wands, that represents discovery and progress and plans from a stable and optimistic vantage point. So you are going to be, with that, with the Two of Wands, with the Ace of Cups, I'm feeling like this is a community weekend for you. Like not necessarily community service, but doing something, volunteering this weekend, Sagittarius. Being idealistic and having this strong love cup in your reading. I think that doing something with volunteer work is very possible for you, Sagittarius. Perhaps something that you've been wanting to do for a while. And the Ace of Wands represents inspiration and creative success, a sense of growth. So definitely feeling volunteer work and something that you either have always wanted to do and you feel like this is going to be not necessarily a dream come true, but it's going to be something you've always wanted to do. Not necessarily, well, yeah, I think exactly that. It is going to be something because that Ace of Cups, it's going to be something that you've always thought about doing and you're going to finally do it. You are going to go and find out if it is something that you would love to do. Find out if you do have that passion, or if you still have that passion. If you've been thinking about it for a while and now you're finally acting on it, you have that inspiration and you have that itch, that drive to have a new adventure, then perhaps this is for you. This weekend, you're going to check it out. So Sagittarius, good luck to you. I hope it turns out to be exactly what you expected. Now we have our Leos, our extravagant and creative friends. So we start with the Six of Pentacles, the Page of Wands, and the Empress. So I already see youth and beauty in your reading, Leo. So youth and beauty makes me think of a beauty pageant, or yeah, it makes me think of a beauty pageant. Though, Leo, I don't see you at a beauty pageant, but with your extravagant nature, wouldn't that be fun? Or a fashion show. I remember going to a mall one time where they actually had real fashion shows inside. It was very interesting. So there's no saying that Leo couldn't be seeing that this weekend or being involved in some sort of pageantry. With the Six of Pentacles, the Six of Pentacles, that represents a gift, an act of generosity. Not always material, but definitely something where Leo could be the giver or the receiver. So, but feeling no obligation to either one of you, neither one of you feel obligated because of what was done. So on that note, with the beauty and the youth, with the Page of Wands and the Empress, that strong female figure, the Empress, she does represent beauty and creative force. So I'm really feeling like it is going to be something, if not fashion oriented, something, I don't know, as simple or as timely as like one of those home and garden shows, like going to see one filmed. I mean, the Property Brothers live in Las Vegas. So if you live in Las Vegas, there's absolutely a chance you could either run into them. They do a lot of things locally. Maybe you're going to see them film a show. It's not fashion, but it's definitely, well, it is fashion for homes. So that's what you could end up doing this weekend. And comps, Las Vegas is the land of comps. So if you run into the Property Brothers, you get a comp to their show from them, well, then you might be watching that this weekend, especially if you live in Vegas. With the Page of Wands, the page is representing and speaking of, excuse me, and speaking of optimism, an enthusiastic sense of discovery. So this weekend is just going to be creative for you. I'm thinking art, I'm thinking fashion. So Leo, Leo, your extravagant nature is going to lead you to that this weekend. It's going to be a fun, fashion-filled or all right, so our Aquarius friends, it is now your turn. Let's see if this weekend will appeal to your humanitarian and intuitive nature. So we have the Two of Pentacles, we have the World, and we have the Ace of Swords. So the World is always a good card to have in your suit. The World represents joy and accomplishment, a sense of celebration, possible material gains, and with your main card being that Two of Pentacles, the Two of Pentacles does speak to uncertain times in regard to career or money, but with the World right next to it, the World being the next card drawn, the World would say that everything is going to be well for you materially. A goal is going to be met, or you are going to be able to pave the way for new beginnings. And so I would say that this is definitely good for you financially. So this weekend, I don't know, when I see Pentacles, I usually do lean toward work. So in this one, I would feel like, even though this is your weekend, Aquarius, that you are probably going to be doing something that is actually fun. You're going to enjoy yourself. You're going to be very good at what you're doing this weekend, and it's going to involve benefiting you at work, helping you move forward at your place of work, or leading you to just do something that is going to be more beneficial to you financially, Aquarius. And then we have the Ace of Swords, which of course the swords is a suit of challenge, but with the Ace of Swords, it's speaking of breakthroughs and being able to overcome obstacles. So again, a very strongly positive reading for you to be successful and bring yourself joy and that strong sense of accomplishment and benefiting from material gains, because you also have that Two of Pentacles. So this week in Aquarius, even though it's probably going to be something involving work or for work, I feel like it's going to be something that you also enjoy immensely, something that you are extremely good at, and you are going to be able to shine in that way. You are going to be able to celebrate your prowess, what you do, and you are also going to make yourself more marketable or more attractive to those in the position to help you better yourself or to move forward. So that's not a challenge card in the swords at all. It's the ability to get to a good place for yourself. So that is what I'm seeing for you, my Aquarius. And now we have our Geminis, our versatile and articulate Geminis. What is the weekend holding for you? I see the Knight of Wands, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Three of Swords. So this weekend for you, Geminis, we have some action, we have some challenge, and we have some money. With the Knight of Wands is representing forward movement, a sense of restlessness. We know with the Knights, they're always a little brash, a little bold, just a little bit impatient, wanting to move forward quickly without thinking about the outcome. So with the Knight of Wands, the Knight is speaking to just that, premature action. So you might be doing something that you should have waited to do, Gemini. The Nine of Pentacles represents good luck and prosperity and your ability to enjoy the little things. It basically gives you that sense of enjoyment for the things that you've already accomplished. With the Knight of Wands and the Nine of Pentacles together, I'm thinking that is saying that even though you might be rushing into something this weekend, Gemini, it's going to turn out prosperous. It's going to turn out okay. But it might leave you thinking that perhaps you should think a little bit more. Again, look before you leap. I love to say that. The Knight usually does represent needing to take a little bit more time to think about what you're going to do, what you're going to move forward with. And then, of course, with the Nine of Pentacles representing that prosperity, it's going to be okay. They're going to balance out. The Three of Swords represents sorrow and resignation. But that Nine of Wands, it's saying that all of the things are going to end up in prosperity. You're going to be able to step back and enjoy the little things, remember. So even though you're feeling that sense of sorrow, feeling like perhaps just resign, feeling like, okay, I give up, I'm just going to go with the flow. That Knight and the Nine of Pentacles are telling you, no, even though you don't feel like it, you may be ready to do it, move forward. There's something you've been thinking about doing, Gemini, and you need to move forward with it. This weekend is either a stepping stone toward it, or you're actually going to let her rip. You're going to try it. So best of luck to you with whatever it is you're going to be going for. And I hope that you do, and that it's a good move, that it's something that makes you very happy. Now we have our Libras, my fellow Libras, our romantic nature and our ability to be courteous. Let's see what the weekend is holding for us. We have the Two of Cups, kind of our card. We have the Four of Wands. And we have the Page of Cups. So a lot of emotion this weekend, Libra. And with the Two of Cups, it does represent joy and partnership, a harmony and a sense of great communication. So definitely going to be a romantic weekend for you, Libra. So with the Page of Cups represents guidance and creativity, friendship and romance, something that is bringing you connection. And also the Page of Cups in this case represents the ability and the timing to appreciate art and what goes into it, being able to embrace the arts. So with the Four of Wands being an action card, the Four of Wands speaks to stability and harmony and a sense of satisfaction, or that all is well. Also a very romantic card. The Four of Wands can represent romance or marriage. So very romantic weekend for you, Libra. It sounds like taking in a museum, an activity like that. They have the traveling Van Gogh. I think it's Van Gogh. They have a traveling art installation, and it's like you're submersed all around the ceilings, the all of the walls. That would be an extremely romantic thing to do. So if your partner is even into not just Van Gogh, but into painting and art, that would be a wonderful way to, something to do this weekend. So maybe something like that, like this immersive art, or going to a museum, especially if it's something you think that your partner would enjoy, something artsy. Go to a concert. I know it's spring now. It's officially spring. The weather is beautiful in many parts of the country. If you're somewhere where the weather is great, or even if you're not, maybe this is the weekend to take your partner to a concert or a show. So yeah, this is a lovey-dovey, let's do something artsy-fartsy kind of weekend for you, Libra. So that is what I see for you. Love in the museum. And now we have our Cancers. And we know our Cancers are very tenacious. So let's see what the weekend is going to bring for you. Perhaps that won't be necessary. So we have the Knight of Pentacles, we have the Star, and we have the Knight of Cups. So we have a lot of brave and bold and forward action this weekend, Cancers. So you are going to get the opportunity to show your very protective and tough nature, with these Knights pushing you to perhaps go outside your comfort zone. So with the Knight of Pentacles being your main card, your first draw, the Knight of Pentacles speaks to good luck on the horizon with money or career. So working hard, all the hard work you've put in over the past however long, whether it be recently you've decided to move forward to do something to benefit yourself financially or in your career, this is going to be a pivotal weekend for that. So it could be deciding to take a side gig. It could be deciding that you are finally going to ask for that raise. I don't see you doing work-related stuff this weekend, Cancer, but I do see you thinking about your financial and business relationships and career. Then we have the Star. The Star serves as inspiration and new ideas. So being able to be on the right path so that what you're thinking about, what you're wanting to be, is to create. You are going to be able to manifest some great stuff for yourself this weekend. And like I said, I don't see you actually doing work stuff, but this is kind of speaking to the fact that whatever you are doing this weekend is going to benefit you in the business world or to help your financial situation. And then we have the Knight of Cups. As I said, those knights giving us that feeling, that sense of empowerment. With the Knight of Cups, we see romance and flirtation. So again, that sense of being bold and brash, being able to, being able to flirt, being able to feel like you are so desirable, everybody wants you. So Cancer this weekend is going to be about beneficial, just beneficial to you. The ability to be inspired and work forward, work for what you want and move forward toward what you want to help you have a more stable world in your finances and in business. So that's what I'm seeing for you, Cancer. And then we have our Pisces. Our sensitive and dreamy and compassionate sign. And with the Pisces, first card, 8 of Swords, 6 of Wands, and the Queen of Swords. So a challenge weekend for you, but let's remember that the Queen is always going to be a wise and not motherly, but just someone that's going to be looking out for your best interests, a female that is going to be in your corner. So the Queen of Swords represents just that sense of accomplishment, that kindness and that loyalty. As I said, someone who's in your corner. So that person is there for you this weekend. With the 8 of Swords, the 8 of Swords is talking about change. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. The 8 of Swords speaks to being able to tap into your sense of right timing, being able to know when you need to stick with it. So again, this Queen of Swords is going to be there to help you with that. She is going to be there to give you the ability to have victory or success over something that has been holding you back, a question that has been nagging away at you. This weekend, you're going to have some clarity with those swords. With the 6 of Wands, the 6 of Wands speaks to victory and success, maybe even some public recognition. So you're going to succeed. You're going to accomplish something that you feel your success is well deserved. You're going to gladly accept that public recognition. I was speaking about another sign doing volunteer work. So maybe this is something that you do in your spare time. This is something that you do on your weekends and after work. And now you're going to receive some recognition for it. Possibly publicly. With the 6 of Wands, that's usually what it's pointing to. But also with your swords, just telling you that you are going to have to know the right timing. So maybe it's not the time for a public recognition, but it's going to be something that you are feeling very, very happy to have succeeded with this. So that is what I am seeing for you, my Pisces, this weekend. And then we have our Scorpios. Our intense and secretive sign. For the Scorpio, we start with the King of Wands, strong action card. We have Death, and we have the 5 of Swords. So with these cards, with Death being in the deck, we know that Death represents endings so that change or transformation can happen. It's usually for the better, and it's giving you that sense of clearing, that sense of being able to start anew. With the King of Wands being your main card, the King of Wands speaks to vision, and your natural leadership is going to shine. So this is a time when you are going to feel in charge, want to be in charge, and it's something perhaps new to you. I'm seeing that it could possibly be a new experience, a new opportunity to be the boss, to be in charge. Something, like I said, something new, something you've never done before. And with the Five of Swords, the Five of Swords speaks of a wake-up call, knowing when to move forward, knowing when to move on. So with that strong action card, and with the card with death saying that you are going to have to let something go, let something in order for it to become that change that is necessary, all speaking very strongly to having a real sense of accomplishment coming out of your weekend, Scorpio. Being able to accept the fact that something desperately needs to change. You've got your action card, your challenge and your action card working together, and the death card saying, yes, it is definitely time for you to make a change. And remember that death is that card in our tarot deck that speaks strongly to Scorpio, a good mate to our Scorpios, willing to change for the better. So that is what I am seeing for my Scorpios for this evening. So remember that essentially everyone has a divine purpose. Embrace the universe, follow your dreams, and until next time, remember to have joy in your heart, positive relationships, and a harmonious weekend. Thank you for joining us. Can't wait to see you next time.